I'm on A1. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do part 1. Hopefully we can do everything in one episode. We're going to do the Fatshark mod to the EV-007 Pro here. Now I have to take into consideration some people don't have the Pro, and I have no idea what's the difference between the Pro and the normal version. So I'm going to take that into consideration and also try to explain every single thing I'm doing here so everyone can do it even if they don't have the Pro version. And yeah, maybe if you guys like this so much and stuff, maybe I contact Banggood and see if they will send me the normal one to do the mod on, if you guys are still curious. So as you can see here, we have 4 screws that I just obviously saw, and we're just gonna remove them and see what's in here. So we just have to be super careful because I don't know what's holding. Here I saw 2 screws in here, so these are a bit of a pain in the possibly ass to remove. Or no. Oh, they're good. You're gonna need some kind of small screwdriver here. So here's one. Okay. Seems like it's gonna go off fairly simple and fairly easy. So let's just take a look here. So I'm gonna go into detail on removing this because just so some people might not be super confident or super familiar with this kind of thing, so I want everyone to be able to do this stuff. Whole point is to basically for people to learn and just to gain more confidence in electronics. I'm just gonna use something here to put the screws so I don't lose them. Alright, so we got 2 screws there. Let's see, here's one that fell out. Here's 2. Okay, something fell out here. This thing, where'd this come from? I have no idea where this came from. Oh, it's up here. Okay, so that's what was holding it. Okay, so this thing is up here. Those are the 2 screws we removed inside. All right, so okay, so that came off. Here's the other 2 screws came off also. All right, so I guess just gently let's remove these because these kind of throw me off guard and kind of in a way, so these just come right off like that. It's pretty simple. Alright, so here, okay, that's good. It's already cut in half, so that's a plus, I think. And there's a little bit of glue on these edges, so you got to be very careful. And we're just removing this piece and be super delicate because look at this here. That's the SMA right there. So can we pop this off? And no, this is soldered on. So just in case someone rips it off, okay? As you can see here, you have this little inside part. Once it focuses, there we go. Oh wait, okay. So that part right there would be the inside of your antenna if you rip it off for some reason, and this pad up top is the ground, which is the other wire that's coming out. So just take that into consideration. Don't be afraid if you rip it. You can just solder it back on easily. So I think we should take also note of the orientation of this thing. I don't know if it's going to make a difference, but I'm actually going to just keep it inside right now. Alright, so how is this held together here? I don't see any screws. I think it's just double-sided tape. Yeah, it's just holding in double-sided tape. And yeah, okay. And we do have a ribbon that goes to the cable. Alright, so the receiver is built into the board that I guess does the video processing, which goes to the LCD here. So let's see if we could actually we should have removed this here, maybe, but it's okay, we'll figure that out later. Let's just take a quick look at it. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna pop this okay, that scared me. I thought I ripped something. Let's just see if it comes out. Is there anything holding it? It's just friction holding it. Alright, so take note, there's a sticker here, so now we know that's on the bottom side. And we're just gonna just gently pop this out here. And that's awesome. Okay, so this is through a connector, so we could easily remove the connector here. Be very gentle because the wires look very crappy. So I recommend you grab it from the plastic piece from here, not from the wire, and pull it, because if you screw that up, it's gonna be a pain in the ass really to fix it. Okay, we have this is for the power, And we're gonna remove this by just pulling this black tab back. Let me just zoom in here for you. So just pulling this back here, just like so. We'll just slide it right out. Alright, so we don't need this side anymore. Okay, so this we could put it to the side. There was no need to remove anything else. Alright, so this here is a bit, okay, it's going to be a bit tricky. I'm also going to look at pictures of, since we have the shielding here. However, we can remove the shielding. It's 2 solder joints right there to remove the shielding. We might do that. I might do that. I don't know what I'm going to do just yet. So we do have RSSI right there. So if you wanted, you could basically kind of do the same Arduino project we did and just put RSSI right there, and you could just monitor your RSSI on this guy. So you can put an RSSI mod basically. It's pretty sweet. However, this whole thing runs, I believe, on 3.3 volt. So to run the diversity mod, the Fatshark mod, we're gonna have to put some kind of step up voltage regulator, which steps up to 5 volts from 3.3 volt. And there's a bunch of cheap ones, and I have some in the house, so this shouldn't take long. I'll just look at what I have in the house. I have a bunch of these things. So alright, so I think the first step, what we're gonna do, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna just remove this for myself. Don't do that just yet, because maybe we can hack it from somewhere else and take it, so I don't risk you ruining your set here. So I'm gonna just desolder these and pull the shielding right off here. So let me do that real quick, or actually let's do it together so you guys can see if we had to do this. Alright, so first, actually, this is a silicone pad here. It doesn't burn because solder tends to like to jump here in my house for some reason. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna remove this guy. It should be pretty simple to remove. Just basically remove this nut, and you're good to go. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Keep these to the side somewhere so you don't lose them. I'm gonna put them back in this piece here. So there we go. So now we got this guy out of here. So it's pretty sweet. So we have everything we need right here. So this is power, obviously. And this is our antenna here. So we're going to keep the antenna. We're not going to touch the antenna now. So what we're going to do is we're going to desolder the shield right here. So let me actually start zooming in now, because we need to zoom in a bit here. So let me prepare the soldering station, and I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, so looking at the solder joint here, it's pretty shiny, so that tells me it's not lead free solder, so it should have a lower melting point. I've set mine to 376 degrees Celsius here. And we're just gonna start by heating them up. Yeah, that was correct. So as you can see, I just removed some of it here. And it's good to have solder wick. I think I ran out, but we'll see right now. So let's just see the best method to do this. It's already coming pretty loose, so that's very good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply pressure like this, and at the same time hit it with the solder. Hopefully we can get this part out. Yeah, it's coming out, so as you can see. So it should be pretty simple and straightforward. Right, so what I'm gonna do now is I just stuck this in barely. Be careful because there's components inside. What we're gonna do is we're gonna twist it like this once we add the solder from the apply heat basically from the. Okay, it's starting to come off.
6.5 hours later.
Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna break it off. So be super careful because there's a lot of components next to it here. And yeah, so we can just pop it open like so here and see if we actually are going to need to pop this open, or we can just hijack it from something else. So alright, so I'm just going to quickly go over it now and see. So we'll come back to this in a bit. I'm just going to hook up my oscilloscope and just start probing this thing and seeing what's what, and then we can take it from there. Alright guys, so I've been at this for, I don't know, a while now. And we could not hijack it through that video, but we could possibly if we kill this guy. But I found this is the chip, the IC that's in charge of putting the picture for just broadcasting the picture for this guy. So the video signal is going to go all the way to the edge here. And how did I figure this out? It was actually a pain. I couldn't really trace it because of for some reason it wouldn't trace correctly. So I just started probing the signals, and I was able to find the frames. So if you could see here, let me make this a little bit better here. Display persistence, color on. We don't. Do we need persistence? Let me just double check here. No, we don't. Okay, so you have to know how a video signal looks like on an oscilloscope, obviously, first of all. And as you can see here, we have the pre-equalization pulses right there. So this is a video signal, and I'll show you that right now. See, that's a line, because, you know, these are on lines. So that's a line, that's a line. You know, it's like 600 TVL, so 600 TV lines. That's how it would work here. So that now we know that first pin right there, that's in charge of the LCD, is what is this is the video signal. This is how video signal looks like. So I just removed my finger. Now watch this screen here. Look when I touch it here. The capacitors, you know, this sucks some juice out of it and it makes it darker. Can you see that? See that? So I don't want to burn it. I don't want to touch anything else by accident. So basically this, and as well as one of these, there's supposed to be a cap in these area. See? You can see that's also a signal here. This one right there. For some reason this one is this video is just an out. There is no in for some reason. I don't know if it's blocked in any sort of way. It seemed like it. But right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just double check all these and see what I can do here. I don't want to burn my TX03. It's been off for a while now. So give me a moment. I'll be back and then we'll see what is the best method to really go about doing this. Alright guys, so I was able to hijack it. Yay! Now you see some noise in the picture. Well, let me just actually fix this, because we need to kill the receiver, so we need to find a way to shut it down now. So let me show you quickly what I found. So there's some kind of blockage between this video up here, this one right here, and the one that goes into the IC. So this first pin here is what takes the analog signal and processes it to the LCD here. And currently right now what we're watching is this camera right here. So let me show you. Hold on, actually stick this back. Just make sure we don't get any face reveals. So right now you would think it's on a channel, but it's actually not. I'll switch the channel right now for you. So this is connected directly to the board here. It's not the cleanest signal just yet, because the static that's coming in from this guy is what's affecting this. But if we cut that signal, we should be fine. Now we can either just kill this guy completely or keep his functionality. Now this is where I'm stuck here. So let me just prove it to you also. So right now we're on, what is this? Channel 1-1, which is A1. So I'm going to switch channels here. As you can see, I'm switching. It's 3-1, still same channel. So yeah, so that just proves it if someone doesn't believe me. And here's my finger in front of the camera. So I found this little area where a capacitor is supposed to be. I'll actually zoom in for you here. Okay, right there. Where's my finger? Okay, right there, that one. It's very tiny. It's tinier than you think. So this one right here. So right now I'm gonna try to figure out another closer pad, which is just as big and can give us a pretty good signal, because this actually looks like a good signal, because we're really hijacking this guy to be able to, we just have to fix basically that noise right there, which is from the receiver here. So we should either cut the receiver signal on the way here. So let me do a little bit more probing and try to completely trace this guy out, but it's possible. The regular version is going to be completely different. It's a little bit easier, I believe, but it's going to be difficult. I'll probably take a look at the board of it on some pictures online, and maybe help someone out there. And also, if they do still sell it, I'll try to get that one in for you guys if anyone has it. Just leave a comment down below. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to disconnect the power here. And we are going, see, I just turned off the camera. Alright, so let me turn this guy off. Okay. Alright guys, so I got it to work, and what I had to do is I had to desolder two pieces, but for you I don't recommend desoldering them because you will ruin the whole board. What you want to do is you get like nail cutters or some very pointy, sharp thingies, and you cut these two little black pieces. Just disintegrate them. They get disintegrated, these two, because those two provide power for the receiver here. And when that was powered on, we tried to hijack the signal from here. It would not allow the footage to go through. But if we took it from here, it would allow it to go through, but you had the noise from the VTX, basically, the receiver here. So what I did is I removed these two, and I said, you know what, before we go here, just so it could be easier, there's a video pad right there. So I just stuck it on the video pad right there, and voila, this is from the camera. So this is perfect. So that's it. And actually, don't worry about it turning on and off. It's because my power supply, the alligator clips are turning on and off the battery here, the camera. So, you know, this is overall, it's to be honest, it's a really nice screen. It's not full HD, but it's super crystal awesome. So that's pretty sweet. Actually, let's see some of the settings. So now it's pointless. Like, I mean, the OSD will always tell me. Just put this down instead of moving it constantly. So we could change channels, but you know, nothing will happen. It's just the OSD changing. But you know, you want to keep these because you could change the brightness and the contrast here. So the screen just went black and white. There we go. Okay, here you go. You see the power supply up here. So yeah, so we want to keep this. So now let's check the wiring, and we're gonna need to add the voltage regulator here. So let me clean everything up here and see what's the best route for us to do all this. All right, so I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so now what we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna go about doing it like some of the things you would probably have in your house. For example, you get flight controllers. They do provide you with these kind of JST stuff, so I'm gonna take full advantage of what you can use at your house without buying anything. But the only thing you will need to buy is this thing, and it's like $5. And it's good. All it is it's a voltage booster, and it's a charger also, but you're not going to charge it anyways. So forget this part. So all you need is the input, which will be from here, from the battery, and it'll make a 5-volt output, which is rated up to 2 amps. So this is very good here. I do recommend using this one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 3 colors from this wire here, from this JST connector that came with one of the flight controllers or something. So I'm going to take yellow, take 3 different colors basically. I'm going to take yellow, green, and white here. So actually I don't even need yellow, green, and white, but that's totally fine. No, actually we do need them. So let's cut these guys off, which is awesome. This one came with silicone. I don't know what it was, but it's pretty sweet. So we're going to start with the video since it's the easiest. So what you wanted to do, I don't know if I put that in the video just yet. What you want to do is you want to destroy these two here. There's 2 little black pieces that go like, let me show you. I used my hot air gun to remove them, but just in case, because if it didn't work, I was going to put them back and figure out another way without just ruining it, and then not be able to go along and see how you guys could do it as well. So this is what I did. You just get like some kind of pliers, but be very careful, you know, nail cutters, and just keep crushing it. Just take your time crushing it. They'll disintegrate very easy. So make sure you cut those off, and they're these 2 right here, this one and this one, because these provide power for this. So once this is dead, we can take and give it video from here. Otherwise we would have had to give it from here, but still had to kill it. But from here it's absolutely perfect, so we're going to give video from here. So let's get this wire. And what we're going to do is we're going to solder it there. Should be pretty simple and straightforward. Just like that. So it's a pretty tiny pad, but you know, most flight controllers have the same size, so don't be afraid. Just take your time. Make sure your forearms are rested somewhere so you can have a stable hand while doing it. Alright, so I'm just going to apply a little solder here on the wire because I want to trim it because it's too long at the end here. So let's trim this guy. Alright, so it's pretty tiny now. And this is silicone. If you could find silicone, it's even better. So okay, so we just finished video here. And I do recommend, we're going to have to remove the antenna here because basically this thing is dead. And we're going to need the holes to, actually, what is it? We're going to need the holes to bring our wires, these wires, through that hole. So that's going to be, we don't have to do any extra modifications. Alright, so this might be a little bit tricky. Well, let's just go to ground. So I'm going to use ground, this ground. The green is ground. And I'm going to actually take ground from this guy. So we're going to go to the output, because this is going to go to the module here. So we have, if you look at the back, it says output negative. So this is the negative for output. So that's where we're going to solder this guy right here. So let's add some solder on these pads here. So this is the output area. Okay, let's just double check, make sure the in. And this is the input. So let's just add some solder on the input as well. Uh-oh. There we go. Alright. So, where is the green wire? There it is. So, my green is going to be the negative that's going to the module. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just solder it right there. So, let's just do that now. Okay. So, this will be going to the module. And this is going to be, the white is going to be my positive that's going to the Fatshark module. Alright, so that's done with. So basically we have the wires for the module complete here. Positive, a negative, and a video. So we're basically halfway done here. Now what we need to do is we need to take power from here and apply them to the in here. So we need to route 2 wires to this guy here. So let's grab 2 wires now. I'm going to grab any 2 wires and make sure you get heat shrink, because we're going to heat shrink this guy so he doesn't be all over the place and hit something and short circuit something. So that's very important as well here. Alright, so I found myself 2 silicone wires, green and white again, and we're going to just undo these. And we're going to put the green on the negative of the in here. So let's try to keep the same color scheme in a way. So alright, that's perfect. And now we're going to grab the white wire. We're going to do the same thing here, because this is going to go to the battery input area. Okay, there we go. All right. So as you can see now here, let's just go a little bit further so you guys can see. So here we have the out, as you can see, the output. And these have the JST because these are going to go to the module. Okay? And these are the in. So we're going to take from the battery, because this takes a 3.4 from a 3 to a 4.2, which is exactly what this is actually, what the battery is actually giving us. The battery, when it's set, is 3.7, and when it's fully charged, is 4.2, which is perfect. So this is good. So we don't need the output. The output will go through the hole, and this will go right there. So let's go ahead and grab a heat shrink. Hopefully I have one big enough. If we don't, you can always just wrap it around with tape and you're good to go. Alright, so I found this clear heat shrink from a DYS ESC, since I have had a lot of those from testing. So that should be more than perfect, really. So I'm just going to shrink it now. So, sorry about that. I love these heat shrinks. It's so satisfying to watch them just shrink. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. So this in theory should be complete now. Now all we need to do is apply power here. and get power to this guy. Just double check our wires and just constantly double check. So we have the green negative. And we could take ground from anywhere. We could take ground from here if we wanted to also, because it's all together. It's common ground, so it's good. So actually, let's do that. It'd probably be easier, but let's just start with the positive. So we have the white wire, which is the positive in, and we're going to take it from the battery right there. So here's the white wire. Make it a little bit longer. And we're going to add a little bit of solder on this because it's going to be a bit tricky here. Okay. Alright, so as you can see we have power, which is the red, and we want to basically solder this guy with this guy here. So let's just take a look at the back side. We could even possibly do it from the back here, so let's just try that. You don't want to heat up too much because you don't want the other side to get loose, so that's very important as well. So let's just grab this. Hopefully we don't loosen it. Okay, here's ground also. Since we're here, we might as well just do it. I have my soldering station set to 360 degrees here. So just in case, just for reference, if anyone wanted to know. So we have the white, which is in positive, and it's going to go with the red wire here. So let's just set that up there. Okay, that was nice and clean. Let's do the same thing with this guy. Twist him. Make sure he's twisted. It's always it's a good habit to get used to because it is. It'll give you hell sometimes. I'll probably have to buy something all over again. I'll do it off camera here because it's just okay. It's good. We're gonna trim some of this guy off here. Alright. And zoom in. So that would go to the ground because that's our ground in. And in theory, we're done here. Alright, let's just take a look from the outside. Alright. So now we're giving, let's zoom out a little bit more. Here, like this is better. Okay. Move this, move everything out of the way. Alright. So the video, as you saw, we've already soldered it to the video right here. This will be going to our module, which is the video. And the ground and positive, we took it from the other side to give this guy from the battery, straight from the battery. Don't give it from here because I don't know what's going through here because it says 3.3 volts. So be careful because some of the ICs here might not be able to handle that. Now, once this goes through here, this will give us 5 volt, which is what the Fatshark modules need to work. So, yes. All right. So now let's just do a quick test here. So let's just grab the LCD. We're going to plug in the LCD screen here. Okay, so let's move these guys away, get the power away, and then we're just going to plug in the LCD. Turn on the power bench. Okay, 5 volts. So we're going to turn on the Eachine TX526. Whoa, not TX, TX03, sorry. Alright, so you have to be very gentle with these guys. Okay, so that's in. Where's this? Okay, so we have the connector in place now. And in theory, we should, let's just power it on. We should get a black screen now with OSD. If everything is working as planned. Perfect. And we have red LED, which indicates this thing is working. Very good, awesome. Now we get our wires here, and you have to remember, make sure you remember which one's which, and you don't want to burn out your module here. So we have green is negative for us. Alright, so where's the module? Do I have any modules next to me? Alright, so I've gone ahead and grabbed a module. This is the Relay AC Pro. It's a very good module. I've used it. I don't have any problems with it. So we have VCC, NC, and ground. Okay, so green is ground, I think. Yes, green is ground, so GG. I have it. So ground is right there, the third pin. This one's awesome because it tells you which pin is what. So I guess that's in. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so double check it. Green is ground. Okay, perfect. So now white is VCC, and this should power up, which is the first one. Perfect. So this powered up. Okay, we have nothing. It's in manual mode. All right. So let's move back here a little bit. And what we're going to do now is we are going to give it video. So where is video? Video is right there, the V. Just flip this over for you. See? AA, which is audio channel, and then video. So we want to do that right there. That is awesome. That's a good first step. That's very good. I just got a comment on my video. Someone said, please stop saying awesome every 10 seconds. I'll try. I do apologize. So this is on A7. Let's change it to A1. Because ours is going to turn on A1. Okay. So that's good. Okay. And let's turn the Eachine VTX. Where is it? There it is. Alright. It's right here. I can't reach all the way here or the wire will come out of the power supply. Okay. And 1, 2, 3. Got disconnected. Just give me a moment. There we go. And there we go. Hold on, my wires. There we go. So that is a perfect feed. Look at that. And that's how we have a Fatshark module on. So that's super sweet. That is just absolutely awesome, actually. I'm very happy. I'm very pleased with it. Okay. It's a very nice screen, by the way. Very nice. I really do like it, actually, a lot. This is pretty sweet. Alright, so, oh, sorry about the sweet thing. Oh, I need to stop that. Anyways, okay, so we're done here, so we're going to put it all back together now. Alright, so we're going to unplug this guy. Okay, and we will unplug the battery here. So everything is perfect, and I think this should be, it's very easy. So I do recommend something here now. Since this is portraying, and there was nothing really portraying before because of this double-sided tape here, and if you did remove it, just be careful and add another one because this adds a bit of insulation in a way from the screen because this is metal, or probably galvanized steel. I don't know what the hell that is, but just in case. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to get some black tape, electrical tape, and just cover most of this stuff. Just one piece really quick, just to be safe, really. So I'm just going to grab this piece right here and just basically cover it like so. And that's it. Alright, and I should have gotten the scissors. Okay. Usually when I do stuff like this, I end up breaking something, so I'm not going to force it. Last thing I want to do is break it. Right now we just got it to work, so there we go. That's nice. Alright. Okay, so we're going to have to figure out a way place for this one here. And we need the buttons. Don't forget the buttons because they change your contrast and stuff. They won't change channel. It'll say it's changing channel, but nothing will change. Alright, so we got our buttons in place. So let's put this guy together and see how we're going to actually fit everything. So turn off the soldering station here. Alright, okay. So for mounting, if anyone's a 3D designer and you could help out, that'd be super awesome. I don't know if I'm going to have time to be able to design something for this, but I guess you're going to have to get creative on that. So you're going to have to get creative with your thing. So I do apologize for that, but I don't have the time to sit down and design and actually just tune my printer to print out. So I'm just, yeah, so I do apologize for that. Right, so let's get these guys. Alright, so we have this here. And now okay, so this went in here. Perfect. Alright. This was in, let's route the wires away. This was in here like this. So the double side tape is pretty much dead now. So we're gonna grab some here. Be super gentle because this thing very sensitive. Alright, there we go. And just stick this on. Oh shit, what just happened? Anyway, something cracked, but I have no idea what cracked, which was very weird. Anyways, alright, so here we have the wires, and I forgot where this was going. How did this one come out actually? Okay, I see it. So this would come out from here. I just saw it on the other one. So let's just drop this guy in first. Okay, make sure he's nicely aligned on the edges. Perfect. So this is the video. And this guy, we're going to keep him tucked inside. We could also use double-sided tape to secure him. Which I think would be actually a very great idea, actually. So let's just do that now. So annoying. Alright, so we're going to mount this guy in. I'm actually going to twist some of the wires here, so it stays nice and tidy in there. So it'll just basically wrap around itself in a way. There we go. Nice. Exactly what we wanted. Okay, so just mounted him also. We have that mounted. Now we have these 3 wires. However, the yellow wire is going to be a bit shorter because it's coming from all the way over there, and it's actually below this wire. So let's actually fix it here. There we go. It's not bad. It's about the same length. Alright, so this one is, I believe, will come in like this. Because, see, as you can see right there, we have that little slant thingy. And, supposed to go somewhere like this, something like this. Okay, yeah, there we go. So just like that, you see what I did here? Comes in and it comes out, and then yeah, that's perfect. And then we're gonna grab these 3 wires and we're just gonna stick them through. So here's the first one, and here is the second one. And here's the third. You fucking bullshit. Perfect. All right. And we forgot to put the straps in. So the straps would go here, and then you have those 2 pieces that would go there. So, alright guys, so let's just do one last test and hopefully everything will work. So we have yellow, which was video, which we go to the V. Let's zoom in here. Alright, so V is right there. So that's video. White was positive. Let's do ground because it's lower and it's going to be easier to see. So there's ground, which is the third. And take note of this. Well, it's going to be difficult because you have to know the right orientation of your. And white is VCC. So there we go. And now you can get creative into mounting it whatever way you want, really. So this is going to come back to you how you want to do it. All right, and so we have everything in. Yes, everything's in. Now we apply power. Where the hell is the power? There it is. Okay. And everything should boot. Alright, there's no signal. Let's take a look inside. And we have perfect. Apply power again to the Eachine. Oh no, my power supply when booted makes voltage spikes. I've tested it, so I don't want to burn out this little TX03 here. Okay, these alligator clips suck. I should get myself some new ones. Alright, so the VTX is on, the Eachine TX. So oh, that's fine. Okay, so I'm on A1. Boom. So that's awesome. There we go. And there we go. We're given power supply. And we have everything here. So yeah. Well, everything's working. So, well, that's gonna conclude it for this video, guys. And there's the wire right there. God damn it. Alright, we'll take that into consideration. So we have wire there that's kind of stuck in a way. So we need to fix that. But overall, this is how you do the Fatshark mod. If anyone wants to design some cool case or something, please leave it down in the comment section, and I will let everybody know. And I'll let everyone know in another video. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know how long this video is going to be, if I'm going to cut most of it out or not. But this took an absolute hell of a long time. But I'm very happy. I'm very satisfied. It works. However, you're going to kill basically the inside one. Unless you know how to use a heat gun and remove these guys right there. So, yeah. Now you got yourself a nice, cheap diversity goggle that's super portable and charges via USB. That's just awesome, really. So, well, that's gonna conclude it for this video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I really hope it helped someone out there. And if you guys have any questions or any suggestions, feel free to let me know. And if you could support my channel through my Patreon, it'd be super awesome. Or using my affiliates links down there, it'll go a really long way, and I can keep doing stuff like this and even better. And yeah, well, that's it, guys. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. See you guys. Take care.